Hello, everybody. Welcome along to Sportsbet TV with me, Paul Alster, as I look forward now to Saturday, the 4th of October, where there's some really good racing across Britain. But I'll be focusing my attention on one particular race at Ascot. If you're new to the service, first time finding us on YouTube, just press the subscribe button just below this screen. You'll then be able to follow all my free selections that I've been posting here for over 5 years, and which overall we've seen a very good profit over the period. I'm always looking for good priced each way selections, and that's very much the case once again on Saturday. If you're interested in five others that I have available over the weekend for my clients at Out in Front on the Patreon service, then all you have to do is go to the description box just below this screen and you'll be able to click the link and consider signing up. We're moving now towards the end of the flat season, still a lot of good racing to come on the level. But of course, we're moving to the start of the jumps, and there's going to be some great racing. Cheltenham isn't far away, and there's loads of other great racing as well across Britain and Ireland over the sticks, where I've got a pretty good record. Anyway, let's get to Saturday. The Ascot 3 o'clock race is the race I'm interested in. The Group 3 Bengough Stakes is set to be run on good ground. There are 14 runners in this 6 furlong contest. It looks a very open renewal of what is a quality sprint, and the progressive Prince of India, trained by Marco Botti, is the early marginal 9-2 market leader. He's winner of a valuable handicap at Newmarket in July, and then he followed up to win the Showgirl Cup Sprint before finishing third to Jed in a listed event at York 4 weeks ago, beaten a length only after not getting the best of runs inside the final furlong. Well, they meet again because Jed for William Haggas also features in the lineup Saturday and is actually a pound better off with Prince of India despite beating him last time. There's every chance that these two could have quite a tussle. At 4 years old, Haggas's charge is a year older than his rival. Both have very solid claims. Quinault, trained by Stuart Williams, has been beaten 3 times in better company than this since landing a Group 3 over 7 furlongs at York in the summer, but he has run well for most part on all recent starts, and this slight easing grade should see him figure prominently, and he'll be expected as usual to blast off in front and try and stay there. Now, although he's going up in class, the Richard Spencer trained Run Boy Run is in really good form at the moment and is not without a chance of building on his latest second to Desert Falcon in the Air Gold Cup. The gap between being a useful handicap and a pattern level sprinter is not insurmountable. Apollo 1 is an old favourite trained by Peter Sharamambus. He's getting on a bit now, is Apollo 1, but he still seems to run his race almost every time, and his latest effort when second in the Portland Handicap shows that he retains all his form. And although he's been beaten 3 times since winning a listed contest at Musselburgh in June, Jabara, trained by Roger Varian, hasn't run badly either, and the addition of first-time cheap pieces might just prompt enough improvement to make him a contender here at a decent price in a very open event. Well, to my selection, and as long as it stays dry, which it's forecast to, I think that Celandine for Ed Walker and Kieran Schumacher has very solid claims. A winner 3 times last term as a juvenile, her best effort was a memorable success last summer in the Group 2 Lowther Stakes over 6 furlongs on fast ground at York, after which soft ground proved unsuitable, but she wasn't disgraced when fifth in the Group 1 Cheveley Park Stakes at Newmarket. She didn't reappear this season until July, when she was a promising third in a Group 3 race at York. And then she failed by only a nose to get on the score sheet this term when losing out to course specialist Roman Dragon in listed company at Chester in August. Now, connections rolled the dice and let Celandine drop back to 5 furlongs for the Group 1 Nunthorpe Stakes later in the month of August. And although she was outpaced through the first 3 furlongs, she kept on well to finish ninth behind Asphora and was far from disgraced over what is an inadequate trip. So now, returning to her optimum distance of 6 furlongs and dropping in class from a Group 1 to a Group 3, Celandine, a daughter of Kingman, should go really well here. She is now 11-1 each way for 4 places with most firms, and to me, that looks a really fair wager. So Celandine is my choice, and Ascot at 3 o'clock. And a reminder, if you're interested in my other selections this weekend, click on the description box below this screen and consider joining me at Out in Front. But for now, that is it. Of course, this weekend, the biggest race of all is in Paris, the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, for which I've tipped at Out in Front. It promises to be a marvellous race, and I hope you'll be getting involved one way or the other. Anyway, that's it for this Saturday. Best of luck. I'll speak to you same time next week. Bye for now.